No, I've always prided myself on bouncing back. Even if I have a bad year, like, I know I have to bounce back to next year. You know, I feel like I've never had 2 bad years in a row. I think that's just always been in my character. It's like, if something goes wrong, I have to bounce back, like, no matter what. And so I think that's just why. When things happen, I feel like there's no other way. Like, I'm not gonna get sad, I'm not gonna put my head down. I'm just gonna find a way to bounce back, and that's just who I am.
おはようございます。おはよう。
Basically, when I was a kid, like, I was always into sports. I was into Pokemon still. You know, like when I was 2 years old, I had a tumor that had to be removed, which is why I had this big scar right here. And, you know, that kind of like shaped a lot of my life, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I couldn't take any days for granted, you know? And that stuck with me throughout my whole life, I feel like. But other than that, you know, like, I feel like I had a decent childhood. You know, did everything other kids did. I have a younger brother and a younger sister, and we did everything together, basically, so. I think my dad played basketball, like my grandfather played basketball when he got drafted to the NBA. So he was always in my family. Like I played basketball since I was really young, since I was like 4 or 5 years old. You know, like every kid, I wanted to go to the NBA. You know, that was the first thing on every kid's list. But then after that, like, obviously being a professional, you know, was the next best thing. So, I mean, when I was younger, probably, but now, like, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as I'm able to play at a high level, you know, and earn money for my family, you know, have a good environment. Like, I think growing up, I really realized how important, like, a good, like, team environment and good organization is, you know, to help you become a better person and a better basketball player, because a lot of these teams are just like, they just view you as a basketball player, not as a person. And so, you know, I think that's the main, most important thing for me. Basically, Will Creekmore reached out to me. I had just torn my ACL, actually, and it was during COVID. So it was probably like the only time in my career I didn't have a job, and my son, Jazz, was about to be born. And so, like, by some stroke of luck, Will Creekmore messaged me, and he was like, you know, I want you to come play for this club. Saitama gave me an opportunity to, like, restart my career again. Of course, there's a little bit of hesitation because, you know, I just gotten surgery. I didn't know, you know, what my future playing basketball would look like. But, like, I knew, there was a little bit of hesitation, but I knew I had to go. Like, I really wanted to go. I always wanted to play in Japan. I think one thing that stood out to me is like we had a bunch of good guys on the team, and I think that's really important. You know, everybody was a good dude, and you know, they all wanted to help me, and I think that's why, you know, I've been able to play so well here, is that we just had a good team atmosphere. Like, all the players care for each other. りがとうございます。Thank you.
Good eats.
I think it's important for me is to like, I know all the Japanese players work really hard. So like for me as being an import, I have to, like I've always prided myself on trying to play hard and work hard for the team. And I try to like lead by example. So I feel like if I play hard, then everyone else will play hard as well. And you know, when I talk to the Japanese guys, you know, I mean, I feel like just talking to any of my teammates, you know, I've been here for so long and like I've known most of them for a long time. So we're able to have open conversations with each other about like where we need to go, what the team needs to do, and how we can win games.
僕はキャプテンですし、厳しいことも言わなきゃいけないと思ってますし、ライアンにはチームにプラスになるような働きかけをしてほしいなっていうのは少しライアンにも話して、僕がこうきついこと言ってもその後にみんなをフォローするような言葉がけをしてくれればいいよっていう話もライアンにしたりとかしたこともありましたし、ライアンは多分感じたことを言いたいタイプだと思うんで、結構積極的に発信してくれるんで、その後に僕がそれをまとめるような形で日本人に対しても話せればなっていうのは意識してるかなと思います。
Yeah, I do. I really see the difference. And you know, I've been a part of a lot of teams. And I've been a part of like good teams, I've been a part of bad teams. And one thing about this team is that no one's giving up, you know what I mean? So that's why you see the communication and everybody's still cheering everybody on. And you know, that it's really hard to not have the season you want to have and still come out every day and still give more effort than you were giving before. You know, you just have to keep showing up every day and keep doing the right things and, you know, and keep believing that one day it's going to turn around, even if it doesn't. You know, you keep working towards that goal. And so it is a little bit of pressure, but like, I feel like it's good pressure. I think, you know, we have all the pieces. We just haven't really put them together in the right way yet, I think. You know, I think one of the big things we've been talking about is like putting together a good game for 40 minutes and a whole weekend. And a lot of the good teams are putting together great weekends, and we haven't done that yet. So, you know, that's the next step for us to like compete and go into the playoffs. Man, I went to lunch 4 or 5 times in a row.
Hey, I think we're playing hard. We're just not playing that well. Shots aren't falling. Just keep trying to play hard, guys.
今すごいみんなハードに言ってると思うし、そこは全然いい。ただシュートが今ちょっと入ってない時間帯がずっと続いてるだけだから、このままハードにプレーしよう。
The effort's there. I don't see anybody not trying hard out there.
もう全員が今ハードにやってるっていうのはみんな分かってると思うから。
I really appreciate it, you know, like, it makes me feel like I'm at home. And, you know, our fans we have the best fans, the best boosters, because they travel everywhere, they stick by us even when we're losing. And, you know, I want to show them that, like, I see them and I care about them just as much as they care about me. And, you know, it's a two-way thing, you know what I mean? Like, if they show up, I'm going to play hard for them. And to show them that I appreciate them being there and taking time out of their day, off their work schedules to come and support us. And, you know, it means a lot to me as a player and as a person.
Rebound を取ったり、ゴール下でシュートを決めるとこです。いつものようにリバウンドを取ったり、いっぱい取ったりして、ブロンコスを勝利に導いてください。
You know, I know, like, when we used to play in Tokugawa the first year, we didn't have the side bleachers, like we couldn't fill it up, but now like when I walk in there, it's like filled up, and it's like incredible to see how far we've came in 4 years, you know? And that makes me take pride in the team and our fans. I just say a prayer before every game. I just say, like, you know, I ask God to watch over every player on the court, you know what I mean? Help me go out there and play hard, and just help me be a good teammate. I know it's hard to say this year we're not in the top 4 teams every year, and I think, you know, obviously want us to move up and be like a team that is a winning team in whatever league we play in. And I think that's something that I want to help build and leave as a foundation. Me too. We can. We got to make the playoffs first, but we can.
まずはプレーオフに行かないとダメですけど、絶対行けると思います。
Thank you. Thank you.